Did you know, according to Google search results, 96% of S&P 500 companies experience cyber attacks or data breaches annually? Welcome to By Coding with Google Firebase, a complete no-code to advanced AI application development course. With the evolution of tech and AI comes a heavier burden of cybersecurity threats and vulnerabilities. I'll be showing you how to secure your apps and projects using Firebase Authentication service. Similar concepts and methods apply across many other platforms. So if you want to build a production-ready and secure project, watch this video to the end. Module 2. Mastering Google Authentication with Firebase. Introduction to Firebase Authentication. Core concepts. Firebase Authentication provides a robust pre-built back-end service for authenticating users. It handles the complexities of sorting user credentials, managing sessions, and interacting with various identity providers. The core idea is to offload the entire authentication process from your app's server, allowing you to focus on developing your app's core features. This service offers immediate scalability and security. It is built and maintained by Google. Firebase Authentication versus other services. Traditional authentication involves building a custom server-side system to handle user registration, login, and session management. This often requires managing a user database, securely hashing passwords, and implementing JWTs or JSON Web Tokens or session cookies. With Firebase Authentication, all of these back-end components are managed for you. The service provides a client-side SDK that directly communicates with Google's servers, simplifying the development process and drastically reducing the risk of common security vulnerabilities. This shifts the focus from building the authentication mechanism to integrating a secure existing one. Initial project setup. To get started, you first create a project in the Firebase console. With this project, you navigate to the authentication section and enable the desired sign-in methods, such as Google Sign-in, email or password. You then add the Firebase SDK to your application, whether web, Android or iOS. This SDK provides a simple API that handles all the heavy lifting of communicating with the Firebase backend. No server-side code is needed to perform basic authentication tasks. Understanding the authentication state. The authentication state refers to the current user's login status. A user can be signed in, signed out, or authenticated anonymously. Firebase provides a powerful real-time listener on auth state change, which you attach to your app. This listener is triggered whenever a user sign-in status changes. It is crucial for managing the user interface. It allows your application to instantly react by showing different screens or features based on whether a user is authenticated. Implementing common authentication methods. Implementing Google Sign-in. Firebase console configuration. First, within the Firebase console, you must enable Google as a sign-in provider. This is a simple toggle switch. The console automatically configures the necessary API credentials for your project. This is a one-time setup that bridges your Firebase project with Google's identity services. Authentication Flow. Google Sign-in can be implemented using two main methods, a pop-up window or a redirect. The pop-up window method opens a small window for the user to select their Google account and grant permissions. Once the process is complete, the pop-up closes and control returns to your application, which receives the user's credentials. The redirect method navigates the user away from the application to a Google authentication page. After a successful sign-in, Google redirects the user back to your app, appending the authentication information to your URL. This method is often preferred for mobile devices or browsers that block pop-ups. Handling user data. Upon a successful sign-in, Firebase provides a user object containing basic profile information. This includes the user's unique ID or UID, display name, email address, and profile picture URL. This data can be used to personalize the user experience, such as greeting the user by name or displaying their profile picture. And as a security tip, most often when someone clones a website and is trying to impersonate or sends you an email trying to impersonate a certain service they believe you use, mostly since they don't have the credentials to your Google account profile, they may just use a vague expression to address such a person they are sending a phishing email to. So when receiving an email from a trusted service, always make sure to see you are addressed by your actual account name. Firebase supports a wide range of social identity providers besides Google, such as Facebook, Twitter, and GitHub. The implementation process is similar to Google Sign-In, requiring a few configuration steps in the console and a simple API call in your app. Anonymous authentication is a unique feature that allows a user to sign in without providing any credentials. This is useful for providing a temporary or guest experience where a user can save some data before deciding to create a permanent account. The anonymous account can later be seamlessly upgraded to a permanent one by linking it with a permanent credential like a Google account or an email address. Advanced authentication and security. User management. Once authenticated, a user's profile can be managed directly through the Firebase SDK. You can update a user's display name, email, or profile picture. Developers can also allow users to securely delete their own accounts. The user's unique ID remains the primary identifier, allowing you to link their authentication status to any data they create in a database. Securing data with Firestore Security Rules. Firestore Security Rules are a declarative language that allows you to define who can access what data. They are a critical security layer. By default, no one can read or write to your database. You write rules that explicitly grant permissions. For example, a rule can be written to allow a user to write a specific document. .auth object is key here, as it contains information about the currently authenticated user, including their unique ID or UID. This allows you to build rules that ensure a user can only access their own account. Session management and persistence. Authentication persistence determines how long a user session remains active. Firebase offers three main persistence states. 1. Local. The session is stored in the browser's local storage and persists even after the browser is closed. 2. Session. The session is stored in the browser's session storage and is cleared when the browser is closed. 3. None. No persistence is used and the session is only active for the current page. The user must sign in again on every new page load. These options give you fine-grained control over how you manage user sessions and balance security with convenience. In the next video, we will proceed to build a private thoughts journal app that implements the various points we have just discussed in this video. If you learned something valuable, do well to like this video and subscribe to this channel. You can as well share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Cheers!